Ross, how did you see that today?
Yeah, obviously we sit there disappointed, but Brisbane really won it at the source really well, spread well. And early when we're in the opportunities to execute, we couldn't hit a target and actually put some scoreboard pressure on. So they were more fluent, they spread well. So yeah, it was a battle all day.
What happened in the warm-up with Sandilands?
Yeah, I just got the call up. He popped his calf. So got the call. Thought it was appropriate to leave the box and just inform the whole group. The midfielders obviously knew, and then we had Ryan Nyas, so emergency always warms up in the rooms and he's ready to go. So we just changed that around, obviously.
So he's actually strained, it wasn't just sore?
Well, it sounds that way, yeah. It sounds like he's done his calf.
And then Nat Fyfe, he looked like the hammy was a bit sore in the first quarter and then he sort of came off in the second.
Yeah, I haven't got too much information on that. I think I know what you're talking about as one moment, and then he got checked and is the way it's a yes or a no answer, and it was a yes, and then he's gone on to do it. So look, it's not ideal, but soft tissue injuries happen. Our sports science team are very good for a long period of time, and these things happen. Some things are out of your control, but just that continuity off the bye is a difficult period for all clubs, and they throw some challenges, but you're never going to know the absolute
with Sandy,
root cause.
With Sandy, at his age, we know calves can be quite bad. What does it look like for him at the moment?
What do you mean?
Just when you reach a certain age, once you do a calf, sometimes they struggle to get back from it, and it takes a bit longer than usual.
Do they? I'm not aware.
There's been a few older players who, in their 30s, have done calves and they've really struggled.
Yeah, like who?
I can't reel them off the top of my head, but there's been quite a few.
Well, yeah, I'll indulge you. I'm not too sure either. So, look, it's not soft tissue's not ideal, but I'm sure we'll rehab him and get going, and how long it is. But it's really opportunity for Michael Aptness. You know, you just saw Stephen Martin's a very, very good AFL mobile ruckman, and you know, he had his trials and tribulations at Melbourne as a young ruckman and went to Brisbane, has learned how to train hard consistently and compete and build that durability. So that's instant feedback to Michael to feel what it's like to come up again. That's what he's got to build to. You're not going to build to that off 6 games after 2 PCLs and an ACL, but we're aiming that down the track that he can deliver that type of performance.
Sure.
Yeah, I haven't got too much information. I spoke to him half-time. He goes, look, I'm not sure. It's in the hammy, so I try not to get involved in that because I'm not an expert in the area, so hence let the cobblers do the cobbling, you know.
Sean Darcy's had a couple of games back. Is he ready?
Well, that was just thrown up. It's something that we'll canvass, but we've got to make sure that Maxi Gawn's a pretty good player, I think. But we'll canvass selection. I don't think even you, Justin, could expect me to do selection post that sort of performance. But we'll get to that during the week with respect.
Yeah, Sandy and Fyfe are arguably 2 most important players. How do you go about trying to fill those holes, not only personnel-wise, but just structure and whatnot? Well,
that's the job, isn't it? No Sandiland, no Fyfe, no hope. We've heard that for a long time, haven't we? But times we get it done. We didn't get it quite done today. There were some reasonable performances at Peel. We'll have a look at that. You know, Brad Hill played. We looked like we need some run and spread, and you know, so he's an obvious one. But off the cuff, I'm not sure how many. Sean Darcy's the obvious one, but Scotty Jones is down there, who we did speak about. He's in the stands. Do we get him stripped? But he played a game, and Ryan Nyhouse was wasn't quite the height we wanted in defence, and that was probably proven to be the right decision based on his ability to handle McStay and those guys today. So, but no, that's the way it panned out.
How did you feel like? Did you feel that was a major contributor? What happened to those 2 guys in the result today? Do you think?
To be honest, no. We've got to give Brisbane a lot of credit. As a coach and a coaching panel, and you're almost like the conscience of the team with the bye, and it's my job to see the bigger picture, try and prepare them for the bigger picture. So you're telling them about Brisbane, that they've really got good levels of competency. They can score if you don't pressure them. They're set up to score. They've got good spread. They lost 4 games, won a kick. They've been in front. You know, they've beaten us last year, so they come with a let's get this done. They're desperate. They're dog hungry to get a win. So you're sharing all that, and then you're working with your strength and conditioning team. They'll give you the kilometres and what we should do, and you've got to respect that because they tend to get it right. But at all times, you're trying to needle to keep that edge on. But at AFL footy, it highlights if some numbers today, and they scored in some areas where it went double what it's been at all year for us, with or without Aaron and Fife. So it just highlights at a really high level of performance, which is what we did to Carlton. It's happening a little bit, I think. If a second in AFL footy of reaction time and spread is 8 metres, and you're going to look at times how we look. That's just the reality of the business. So it's real feedback to all of us how demanding and how sharp you've got to be a really competitive AFL team. No one's more disappointed than myself and the players for our fans and our members because they come with expectation today. But we knew internally it was going to be tough. But we are a young group and they've got to take that feedback. We'll never get that back again, but as long as they learn that, gee, you can't breathe out and you've got to fight mentally to stay sharp and do all your training and come. And just talking about it doesn't get it done. You've got to do it. So somewhere in our preparation, we didn't nail what we needed to nail. That's indisputable. Now, is it me? Is it our S&C team? Is it the player? Is it a collective? That's the debate. But we won't linger on it, but we'll have a bit of a look to make sure. You would think we would have to change things going forward. That's without taking away from Brisbane, but the results are telling you it's a change. It's a challenge within the league. A team off the bye playing a team that's razor sharp and ready to go and dog hungry. That's just the reality of what we face today.
Does it feel quite costly in the context of your season, Ross?
No, but that was put to me. I think Tim Gossage made a rare appearance at a press conference. He must have been having lunch nearby. But he put, the aspiration. We felt good about ourselves, but I've never spoken about finals since I've been here. It's always clearly the aim, and why that's a mathematical possibility, I don't have to talk about it because everyone's aware of it. But the only way you can get there is to play good footy, and deliver. So if you get your process right and your preparation and teamsmanship right, you tend to get your wins. So today's a sharp reminder of that. You can talk all you want about playing finals. You got to get it done. It's a harsh filter.
So Ross, is fixturing around buys something that you might offer some feedback to the AFL?
No, none at all. Let's all be big boys and get it right. That's the job.
Ross, Shane Kirsten went back forward today after a period in the back line. Is this where do you think he's at, and where do you think his best position is at the moment?
So just ask that question again.
So Shane Kirsten spent periods inside 50 today.
Yeah. Can I just clarify the reason for that? So we picked the team with Michael Aptness and Aaron Sandland. So when you lose one and you bring in a 187, that would mean we lost a 196 guy out of our front half. And you got Cox. So when he was on the bench and getting his, all you had was Mundy. So the logical decision is where's some height? So Kirsten, we started with Nyhouse. We were too short. Kirsten was defending quite well, but we needed to try and give ourselves an opportunity. So that was the reason that occurred.
How is Cox with that corky, it seems?
Yeah, it seemed. But again, you've got to fight through. Corks happen, and we've all been associated with, and Coxie dug in, but it just happens. You just got to fight, and so yeah, he was the least of our worries with that cork, but he got caught.
Were there any other issues out of today, injury-wise?
Not that I'm aware of, but they'll cool down. They'll get in tomorrow. We don't like losing. We like winning. It feels good. So all of our egos are dented, but we'll take the feedback. And that's all we've been doing and trying to improve our football and our preparation. And we've got a big challenge and we need to we won't linger. It's a short week off to Darwin. Real opportunity to compete and improve our football. with our young players. So, but we got out of the wreck. Chera more midfield time, Gyro, Ryan went forward, Tucker went back, Banfield went back. So it's not like we just let it, let's just wait. We were still working for the future there, you know, exposing those players in those positions. You know, and there was a couple of signs at either end that you think, out of that wreck, well, you know, Chera's kick inside the 50 where really that quality to hit that target just highlights, you know, we just need to keep moving him through there, and Gyro and Tucker down back was solid. So out of that wreck, there are some little gems within that, and that's the job, and that's our status at the minute, to find those little gems. And not everyone will see them, but it will pay dividends going forward. Thanks, guys. Thanks.